Hey everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter. We got a special Thursday edition because there is a little bit of a golf tournament this weekend.
Whoa, that's weird. Trent. I was literally just going to do that, but no,
I was going to do it.
It's one of I love golf tournament weekends, especially majors. The Masters is obviously the top one that I'm a fan of, but man, there's nothing about having an excuse to sit on the couch all weekend and watch golf. You know what I mean? Gotta love it. Father's Day this weekend too. Congrats to you fellas on that. So I mean,
you guys too.
This will be my first one.
Yeah, me too, Trent.
Man,
there you go. Hey, cheers to that.
Yeah, but
hey, I'm a double daddy.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna start this episode right here.
Ooh.
The new.
Out.
I don't know if you guys can see it. Finally out here. It's hard to find. It's quiet.
Oh. But that Richard Pop Top's not quiet. That's for sure.
That was crisp too. That was crisp. Yeah, Nibble Giant. They're once a year double IPA. One of my favorite releases. Finally out, and God, it is so good. Just how I remembered it.
Hey,
just how I remember.
Doing whiskey tonight out of my Tennessee glass. I think Trey, you got me this, right?
Yeah, I did.
Trent, you got me this.
It's okay. I got you. I think a set of those. Yeah.
I almost took credit.
I know. What I have.
It was a Christmas gift. Trey's like, yeah, dude.
I knew one of you guys got me it. So thank you. Yes, I got one upstairs, one downstairs.
Ty, it looks like we played a little role reversal tonight. Because usually I'm the whiskey drinker, and you drink the beers.
Yeah, a lot of yard work, so a little warm, and just drinking a lot of water. So just keeping it low key here.
Feels like but I feel like whiskey's a little bit more of a step up from a beer. You know,
but it's not. It's not as much liquid though.
Less volume, Trent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what I was going for.
Doesn't want to bloat. Anyway, let's get into some sports here. What do you guys say?
Well, Trey, why don't you start us off? Tyler doesn't want to bloat, but you kind of want to gloat, don't you?
I do.
Good.
I absolutely do. So I will start us off with our baseball segment here, right? Ball, strike, wild pitch. I'm going to start specifically with the strike, and I'm going to do a little tooting of my own horn here, if you guys don't mind.
Ooh, I love
it. So it's not confirmed yet. Not going to take full credit because it's still in the works, it sounds like, and there's only been really one or two not too reliable sources that have posted about it, but one of my wild pitches might be coming true sooner than what I thought, fellas. So Tyler, why don't you roll the tape here, and then I'll get into it afterwards.
That is a pitcher that is kind of been blackballed from the league will re-sign with the team by the end of the year, and that is Trevor Bauer. I think he's going to get an opportunity in the MLB again.
I'm surprised he hasn't been signed already.
Right. He was cleared of all wrongdoing, proven it in court to be kind of made up, which is crazy. But yeah, I think he's been performing in the other leagues. I just saw something where he technically pitched a whole MLB season throughout the league season plan since he's been cleared from everything. And he's got a sub 1.5 ERA, had 225 strikeouts. It was just incredible stat line for someone, and I think he's too good of a pitcher, and he still has a lot of years left of his pitching ability that somebody's got to pick him up. And
they will.
I think this will be the year.
Yeah, I can definitely say that. Like I said, I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up.
Right.
You'll probably see a contender of some sort pick him up late.
I can see the Astros doing it.
Boom.
They already got nothing to lose publicity wise. They're hated by everyone.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
For sure, man.
I think he was on there.
Sorry.
On their team.
There we go. That is me. Like I said, not 100% yet, but that is me accurately predicting Trevor Bauer to the Astros, which is in the rumor mill right now. So apparently they're agreed on a deal. We don't know that that's true or not. No one's confirmed it, but he did throw a bullpen in front of their management. And Christian Javier just went out for the season too. They're in desperate need of starting pitchers. So
he threw baseballs in a bullpen. He didn't actually throw an actual bullpen.
Who knows? now.
It's trtrue.
The Astros are going to get a lot of heat for it, but what's new, right? They got nothing to
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my strike. Is I'm going to do a little bit of this again. Let's see. Now there it is.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's what I'm proud of this week. So I'll let you fellas take your strikes now.
Trent, you got one?
Yeah, I think Trey, you sound, you're really hopeful considering, those Astros aren't really climbing the notch in that playoff, hunt, looks like you'll be owing me yet another beverage. But anyway.
I disagree with that, dude.
Thank you, Trent. I mean,
they're only 6.5 games back.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, terrible league they're in. But let's save that, please. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to maybe ask Trey to hit the horn a little bit here too for myself. But Trey, you still got it? Cue horn. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. And my strike is the
Dude,
Orioles.
If people are listening in a car, they're gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Oh yeah. Sorry about that, fellas. Ladies.
I'm going. I know I'm kind of a homer tonight. I'm just going to give you guys a fair, a heads up. But Orioles team total, boys, has treated us pretty nicely through the weekend and early week. So the wager itself has been my recipe pick for 4 days straight. Of course, I have to kind of go away from them today, and I missed my pick. I apologize. But it's more so just to talk about the fact that you were getting 150 or better on their odds for them to score 3.5 runs against some teams that, quite honestly, I know they're in the midst of playing the Braves, all right, which they would have covered 3.5 today again versus them. But a 4-game sweep of the Rays and now the Braves. The fact that you can get those odds on over 3.5 runs for the number one, yes, not tied, the number one run scoring offense in baseball, the Baltimore Orioles, with 5.2 runs per game at this point.
Wow.
So that's my strike, is the Orioles offense. And here's the thing is what's awesome about it, but also makes my team total bets a little bit more sweaty, is they are the number one team in scoring runs with 2 outs. And they're the number one team at scoring runs in the 7th inning or later, which is a very interesting statistic. Means that they can come in clutch and be a little resilient, which is huge for a team, especially when it comes late in the year. You just hope they can keep that going,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I agree. And Trent, also to touch on that too with the late game stuff, is I know a couple of weeks ago my ball was the Orioles bullpen. They've kind of turned it around a little bit. I think they figured it out a little bit. I know the other night there was a graphic that came up that they've actually given up less than, I think it was like 0.46 runs just from their bullpen in the last, I think it was like 13 games. I'm still not sold on Kimbrel, even though he did get the save last night.
Tonight? Last night.
Well,
I got you. Yeah. Always gets me.
But yeah, I mean, the bullpen is coming up. But dude, the fact that they're actually, you said number one scoring offense in baseball.
Yep. Over 5.2 or 5.2 runs a game. But hey, Ty, good point. I did see that statistic. They're actually, now I know it's not been a full month yet, but month of June, they are the number one bullpen in terms of ERA.
So, I mean, I guess they listened to the episode then. And we're like, oh, man, we better get our shit together. Bearded Baker Banter, the unofficial official Orioles podcast, is talking about it.
Yeah, we were on them.
Kicking the tush there. I'm sticking with that.
Kicking the tush.
Kicking the tush. So I'll jump into my strike here a little bit. I'm going with kind of more of the gambling aspect of things. I'm going with the Blue Jays pitchers. I always kind of pick a team. I feel like every year where I kind of have at least 3 or 4 guys that I can go to. The Astros have been another team this year, and the Astros were my team last year. But But this year, because I've actually been keeping track, of who I'm picking, who's my official picks and all that stuff. Right now, official recipe picks. I picked the Blue Jays pitchers 11 times, and I'm 11-11 or 11-0.
Oh wow!
So that's kind of been my go-to lately. So I some crappy lines at times. I think Bassett yesterday had a pretty crappy line. I didn't like where he was at and the team that he was playing. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's Blue Jays pitchers is my strike just because they've been kind of my go-to. I mean, they're a weird team to watch. Sometimes they look great. Sometimes they look horrible. I did see, I believe, that they also made a pretty big trade with the Dodgers. Yeah, Biggio going to the Dodgers.
They just reassigned him to the minors.
I know.
Yeah, he wasn't playing well.
Utility guy.
It's a name, but yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, Blue Jays pitch is my strike. Trey, you got a ball.
Well, Tyler, I'm just going to add real quick. I'm glad you're talking about their pitching and not their offense because their offense is horrendous.
Yeah, and it's a shame because they do have talent. There is some talent on that offense.
I think they're hungover from not getting Shohei Ohtani.
Really? You think so?
Because they were like this close to being a landing spot and they lost them. Remember? They wouldn't let him return calls or anything. It was very weird. LA gets what they want.
Well, yeah, but you know why though? It's because can you gamble legally in Canada? Just kidding.
No.
There you go. All right, let's move in the ball here, Trey. What do you got?
Yeah, my poll was a little bit more specific, not to target a certain player, but he had a huge season in 2023. In fact, it was his rookie season. Looked like he was going to become like a perennial all-star, almost like a Mookie Betts type player. And this year he just fell flat on his face, and his team isn't performing as well, I think, because he's not playing well, and that's Corbin Carroll from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last year hit like over 300. He was the first rookie with, I want to say 25 homers and 50 stolen bases in the history of the MLB. And then this year he's batting like almost sub 200, 2 homers, less than 30 RBIs, less than 30 runs, and we're into the season pretty well. Just kind of disappointed to see from a rookie of the year last year and a promising player in the MLB. And it's not to say he's going to continue on this trend. He could bounce back. It is not even halfway through the season, but so far I think his lack of performance is hurting the Diamondbacks.
It's interesting. Diamondbacks a tough team, man. They're tough one to, I like them too, but I'm saying they go on streaks where they like look like, whoa,
right.
They're going to turn the corner, and then it's like, oh, nope, just kidding. Yeah. Kind of pull back the reins a little bit,
By the way, great stadium. I saw a game there last year and it was amazing.
That's cool. That's dome, right?
Yes. Yeah, definitely climate control. Like 110 degrees out there, man.
Hey, it's a desert, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, Trent, what's your ball?
Yes, I guess so.
All night games.
Too cold. No.
I got a dust storm in there.
Yeah. I'm my ball. I guess I have 2 of them tonight, boys. No. But really.
How old are we, Trent? Grow up.
Too old. Too old. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a father now. I can't make those jokes. Jeez.
Can't make ball jokes.
Yeah. Gosh. All right. Anyway, NL East, and I'm using them as my ball because I just think it's a pathetic division.
Who'd you say?
The NL East.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And then I'm kind of
Phillies.
Tinker on my ball there.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me go. Okay, here.
Whoa,
yes, I know the Phillies are who they are, but I'm talking about the rest of the league. No, and I'm going to say Braves are on a downfall. Braves are spiraling after breaking the home run record by the Minnesota Twins last year, most home runs in a season. Now, granted, I'm probably jinxing the Orioles for tomorrow, but I think the Braves are starting to they're on I believe, a 6-game losing streak now. But then I'm more so even looking at the middle and the bottom of the pack there. Those teams are awful. Mets, awful. Marlins, awful. Hell, I don't think anybody thought the Nationals would be third in that league, right? Especially Mets fans. So that, yeah, I just think it's a terrible division. However, this is why I said I do have two. Is it kind of goes back to a division that we mentioned earlier, is on the AL side of things, there's a division that's even worse.
Yeah.
The AL West.
Yep. Which is with the Astros.
Yeah.
And the Rangers, who won the World Series last year.
4 teams, sub 500, besides the Mariners. Mariners are the first place team, and they, I believe, are 37-30. Some of those lines, which I actually think they're going to be. I think they're going to end up being there in the end. I think they're tough. Hit a little rough patch there, I think, after the Orioles series, but yeah, I'm just saying there's some very. Once again, I think I've said this a couple weeks with the amount of sub 500 teams, but I get you might want to say, oh, it just goes to show you how competitive it is. I don't agree with that. I think there is not a whole lot of parity in the MLB. I think there's really, really good teams like the Yankees who, they bought their entire roster. The Dodgers who bought their entire roster. The Phillies, which I know they got a couple homegrown guys, but let's be real, guys. The past couple of years, they bought their team. They had one of the highest payrolls right there, hand in hand with the Yankees. So, yeah, so that's 3 teams, and then you even got a team out there in San Diego who tried buying everybody, and they just suck, right? Yeah. So it's there is a very you look at it and you say, okay, there's only about 4 teams that could probably win the World Series this year. Now, granted, we might be saying, yeah, but nobody saw the Rangers doing it last year. I get that, but right now, I mean, I would be surprised if it's not either the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Orioles, or the Phillies, right? And what's awesome about it is I hope it somehow would work out to where those are the 4 remaining teams. And let's pray to God it's not a Yankees-Dodgers World Series. That would be the most disgusting thing ever, and I would not view it.
I'd watch. It would actually be an exciting World Series, but
it would not.
It would suck for our fandom. Yes, I completely agree.
Not a chance. But yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. I just those 2 divisions today when I was looking through the standings, it caught my attention. I'm like, that's pathetic. And you know what? The good teams are taking care of business. So, you guys, we can all criticize teams for having an easy schedule or even portion of their schedule, but geez, it's hard to find.
Got to play the game.
It's hard to find a team above 500 to play against. So
it's fair.
Football.
Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment. Check your headphones. Might have kind of faded in and out. Say something again. No, I'm serious, Trent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure your headphones were right. You kind of faded out and in there at the end. I was like, whoa, I think we lost him. No, you're good though.
Hello.
I know.
Sorry, I had a glare on my screen. I was trying to fix that, but
no, that's all right. So Trent, I was worried you were going to actually take my ball, but my ball is the Atlanta Braves, and it does kind of go to, I think, Trey. Was it your wild pitch last week?
That they wouldn't make the playoffs?
Yeah. So kind of along those lines, I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, but they're on a 5-game losing streak. And again, I don't care this series, obviously. I don't even really care for the Braves, but just kind of disappointing. And I know they've had, obviously some big injuries early with Spencer Strider being done for the season, which I don't know if you guys did see that there was a report that came out, I think like a month or so ago, that Strider's injury wasn't as bad as they thought. Is projected to be back early next season. So he's still out the whole season, but when they looked at the ligament, he was all right. But losing Acuna, I feel like they've kind of they're tanking. it's almost like they just kind of got the rug pulled out from underneath them, and it's like, oh, let's survive.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of good players on that team as well, and I mean, and they have some good pitchers too. But yeah, I don't know. The Braves is my ball just because I feel like they just kind of got punched in the gut and just can't recover. You know, that's kind of what it seems like. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed that the Orioles took 2 straight from them because they're not an easy team to play. You know, regardless of injuries and stuff, they're always tough. They're always in the mix.
You got to think when they have players like Strider and Acuna playing, they're an elite team, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But when you take those guys out of it, they're still a very good team. So it's like, yeah. I mean, you got to win regardless. There's no excuses.
They are getting buried though. Like, I think they're almost 10 games back.
That's exactly how much they are.
Yeah, that's it's hard. I mean, I know there's so much baseball to be played. I know we say how long a season is, but you can't expect a team like the Phillies to literally give up a 10-game.
Dude, Trent, the All-Star break can do some wild things to teams, man. Let's put it that way. Like the All-Star break can change. It's like a whole new season. I've seen teams that have 15, 20 games back that win their division.
Yeah.
Like all it takes is a run. And the opposite for the team that you're trying to catch up to is a losing streak, right? And that happens in baseball.
Yeah, it's true. It's not wrong.
It's very
all right.
Well,
the tangled web we weave, isn't that what they say? All right. Well, let's close out baseball here with our wild pitches.
Yeah. So, I actually had a different idea from a wild pitch, and then I kind of shifted once I did some research. My wild pitch is originally going to be that Rob Manfred isn't going to be a commissioner for them in the next 3 years, but with some research, I found out that he already agreed to step down in 2029 when his term ends. So it's his 3rd term. Obviously, that wasn't going to be a good wild pitch. It was going to be factually wrong no matter what. So I did some more research, and I was looking at MLB executives, like the list and who's next in line. And there are two people that I think that could take over for Rob Manfred. So my wild pitch is that the MLB will be the first major sports league to have a female commissioner.
Wow.
All right. And that commissioner is Laura Pitaro-Wish, who is currently the executive vice president, I believe. Yep, executive vice president and general counsel for Major League Baseball. The other guy that is probably more likely to become the commissioner, his name's Dan Halem, but either way, we're talking about Laura right now. What makes me think she's going to be the commissioner is her specialties are commercial transactions, intellectual properties and investments, and along those lines, it sounds like she's going to end the blackouts, is what I'm getting at. Her goal and her quote is to engage more fans and make them more engaged in the sport.
That's what you need.
And that to me sounds like, let's make every game viewable no matter what. Yep. Not just the radio, right, Tyler?
No, don't get me started.
But seriously, so
$3.99.
Yeah.
No blackouts on the radio, guys.
Too good to be true.
It's absurd.
No, so yeah, that's my wild pitch, is that Laura Pitaro-Wish will be the commissioner when Rob Manfred steps down.
Hey, Laura Pitaro, 2027.
Pitaro.
Yep. Pitaro. Laura Pitaro.
Laura
Pitaro? Laura.
Last part, Wish.
Yes, Wish. Like
a
W-I-S-C-H.
Like a genie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Wish. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I like it. It is a wild pitch. I like that.
Yeah.
Trent, you got one?
Yeah. I find wild pitches are a little tough because we're not really a show of just like random hot takes. We're very research based. Wouldn't you guys agree? Or trend?
I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to make an accurate wild pitch.
Oh gosh! Wait, where's the horn? Doot, doot, over there. Okay. Anyway, Yeah, my wild pitch. I don't think it's too wild, but mine is already going in the direction of the All-Star game.
Baseball All-Star game.
Yes.
Okay.
Only maybe
No.
sports league.
Well, you just got to clarify.
We're talking baseball time. Anyway.
Sorry. I don't know. There was a basketball highlight just popped up, and I was like,
Out left field, Tyler Baker.
Yeah. Hey, Trey, wasn't Angels in the outfield about the Braves?
The Atlanta Braves, right?
Yeah.
Shut up.
God, I wish we were here that episode, Trent.
Hey, Trey, isn't that football movie The Little Giants about the Eagles?
Okay.
Anyway,
The Mighty Ducks is about the Red Wings, right, Trent?
Oh yes.
Hey. Okay, let's keep them coming.
Let's keep. I'm like thinking of more. I'm thinking more.
Keep them coming.
I can't.
One's gonna come to me, and I'll get you. All right. Sorry, I keep in my mind. I'm still thinking about other movies, but yeah. So my wild pitch is maybe not too wild. They're not the top team in the AL, but they're close. But I do believe the Orioles will lead the AL in all-star players on the roster.
They could have four. They could have 4 starters. I don't know if you saw that.
I'm going to name who I believe will make it, and I think all the field. I think the field players should be the starters. The one that will be the most argued against because it's a tough position. Is I'll name him here, but Gunnar absolutely should be a starter. He's not starting. All-Star game's a joke. Adley Rutschman should be a starter. Once again, not a starter. It's a joke. The one that I think honestly is Ryan Mountcastle. Ryan Mountcastle is
he's coming on, man.
Statistically, he is the best first baseman in the MLB. Not home runs, but slugging, hitting overall, fielding. He's a Gold Glover. He's a former shortstop playing first base, by the way.
Interesting.
Most people don't know that about Ryan Mountcastle.
The only reason I'm okay with that is there's 2 guys that are better than him in first base.
Who would you say?
Freddie Freeman.
It's NL.
So I'm saying that's why.
And Olsen.
I'll see.
That's NL.
Olsen, and then I was going to say, Bryce Harper as well.
NL. Thank you.
I know.
Right.
They're all NL. That's why it took me a little bit.
I would not say in the field, I think Mountcastle's better than Bryce Harper at first base.
Can the NL play on the AL team?
Oh,
wow. Here we go. See, look at this guy.
That sound like remember that Yao Ming commercial?
Hey, you guys! I thought it was Goonies.
Could I write a check? Do you remember that? Anyway,
Oh God,
look it up. Yao Ming, can I write a check?
Oh, I remember that. I remember it.
Dude, we used to say that all the time. Anyway,
all right, go ahead. Mountcastle, go ahead.
I got Corbin Burns should be in the All-Star game. I do believe he is one of the only pitchers in recent years to, in his past 7 starts. It was a crazy statistic to go 6+ innings and give up 2 or less runs.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah, and he's doing really well right now. And then I think Cano as a late to middle reliever, I think he's doing what he did last year. The difference is they have to use him a little bit more differently with King Felix being out for the Orioles. So sorry, Mariners followers, Seattle.
Don't apologize.
Eat it. But anyway, sorry guys, had to isolate us from another region of the country.
No.
I think that's 3 cities in 3 weeks you've been attacking.
It's 4.
It's 4.
Anyway, Gunnar, Adley, Mountcastle, Burns, Cano. Those are my Orioles All-Stars, boys. And you know what? I'm so biased. I just think there could be more. But anyway, go ahead.
So, my question to you: do you think? I know Cano pitches well, and I know he's kind of a big name, but you could make the argument that Perez is pitching better than him, And you could also make the argument that Webb, out of our bullpen, is also pitching better than Cano.
Yeah, but I think Cano is such a unique role. Like he's, how do I want to put it? Like he's almost like the closer role where you usually don't bring him in outside of his window, or it's very rare that they're going to use him for more than one inning. They have in the past.
He's a setup man.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
So it's his niche. I say niche, not niche.
I say niche too.
It's his niche. So I think
I'm niche.
he
just kidding.
It's not how you even say it, but yeah, I think that's where my little bit of wildness comes in on the wild pitches. We sneak Cano in there for 5. Real wild. Super wild.
Real freaking naughty.
That's where I was going from. I just didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did. Super wild, and Tyler took it and ran with it.
All right.
Hey, Joe, wasn't Rookie of the Year about the Cardinals? I'm just kidding. That's not as good.
Oh.
He should have said wasn't Rookie of the Year about some veterans.
Yeah. Nah, that's not funny.
Like veteran baseball players.
It's not funny. It's just not funny.
All right. So my wild pitch, I don't know if you really want to call it a wild pitch, but I did send to you guys, and I know this got Trey super excited. The robots are coming.
Oh my gosh.
To the MLB.
Easy, Trey. Hands up. Okay.
Billy had one up. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
well, you guys can laugh.
Hold on.
That's 2 wild pitches that are about to come true. So
and I bring in a wild pitch because
don't honk.
I say it's a wild pitch because I do think it will be there quicker than we think, and almost to a point where it does kind of seem like they might even go with it next year. But what I will say is that the article that I did send you guys when it came out is that they described it as, because it helped me understand, because I'm just thinking like, oh, how are they going to do? Is there not going to be an umpire? There's still going to be an umpire behind the plate, which
I told you this. They're gonna relay the calls.
Right, and that's it. But the way it helped me understand it was then when they described it, they use it for tennis, for calling it in and out and stuff, and that actually it made so much more sense to me. And I'm like, oh, so it's like an immediate thing versus like, strike. You know what I mean? So for it to be like that, I'm cool with it, man, because you're still employing somebody there behind the plate. You know what I mean? Because you're always going to need the human aspect of things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if you really do want to get it right, I mean, again, I kind of go back and forth where I'm like, I hate it because now you are taking the human, piece of it away. But then if you look at guys like Angel Hernandez, like, yeah, maybe, and who knows, maybe you should just use it for certain umpires that are just awful.
So Tyler, what I was reading with that article that you sent, and it sounds like the MLB is employing the robot umpires, but it's a compromise right now. So there's very, very passionate people on either side of this argument. Some truly just want full robots. Not me. Promise you guys.
Passionate.
And then the other side is saying don't even consider it. We need like this, like you said, Tyler, the human aspect, that kind of stuff. So what the minors is doing right now is every pitch is being monitored by that robot, but the umpire is still making the decisions of his judgment. Right. So then now what happens is you have 3 challenges the whole game. And it can, if you think it's wrong, then you have 15 seconds to say, no, I challenge that. They show it on the big screen, that tennis replay. And then they make it, okay, challenge overturned, or no, that what actually was a strike, that kind of thing. So it's a compromise. You have the ability to use the robot to challenge, but the umpire is making the initial call still. And then once
you only get 3 challenges a game, right?
Yes, but if you win your challenge, no matter how many you have left, you keep it. If you lose your first challenge, now you have 2 the rest of the game. You win your next one, you still have 2. You win your next one, you still have 2. You lose your 4th one, you lose that. Now you only have 1 left the whole game. That's how they're doing it.
I don't hate that as long as it's like quick, because
you talk 5 seconds.
But I'm saying, like, you've already talked about the fact like they're trying to speed the game up. So like now you're bringing a challenge in. How often? It's like it better be instantaneous.
So Tyler, your article you sent us showed a video of a minor leaguer challenging and how quick it came up on the big board, and it was less than 15 seconds. Cool. Yeah.
So does the coach's challenge or does the batter challenge?
Anyone? Actually, no. I'm sorry. It has to be a player directly in the play.
Okay.
So a batter, a pitcher, a catcher.
So a pitcher can challenge if a ball is called and he thinks it's a strike.
Mainly a catcher would probably do it.
Let me ask you guys, and this is maybe opinion here, and I don't want us to get too bogged down with it, but who does this benefit more?
In what sense?
The players.
No, I'm saying, is it offense? Because we've said every rule changes seem to always benefit the offense. Does this still benefit the offense more than the defense?
I would say so, because I think there's more miscalled strikes than there are miscalled balls.
That's where I'm going to kind of miss the idea of like catching just the edge, but it's just outside the edge. You know, I mean, think of guys like Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux. They wouldn't have had as long of a successful career if this was the case. So they used to get 2 or 3 inches off the plate.
So why don't you define a strike as 50% of the ball on the line?
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Like,
so then that has to be written into the rules.
Exactly, and that's a simple rule to change and write in if you're going to.
Hitters are professionals for a reason. Like when you watch those guys, now that they include that box on broadcast, whenever a ball is even just a little outside of it,
they know.
They know.
They do know. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It blows my mind, and that I mean I use this guy as an example because he was the number one called out on pitches that were not strikes, that were called strikes. It was Adley Rutschman. Like a catchers in general usually know, especially because they know what their guys are getting on the other end of it. So
that's true. That's a good point.
They are. It is unbelievable. I mean, that's why they get paid millions. But
it does go into the fact too. I think I've talked about this before. That's why I do think that batting in baseball is probably the hardest thing to do in professional sports.
Yeah.
Tyler, I think that's actually. I was going to actually bring that up. I think that's scientifically proven.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, and especially with the amount of pitches that they have to prepare for each different pitcher. And I know there's a lot of scouting and you kind of know what a guy has and things like that, but like, it's so mental.
You don't agree that Micah Parsons would bat 200 if he played a season baseball?
No way. That dude wouldn't even bat 100.
He might get less than 5 hits in a season. Actually,
you watch him throw a first pitch out, right?
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit here and say anybody that has no experience in baseball past high school would have less than 10 hits in a full season of MLB. Every single person, no matter how athletic, no matter how quick of a learner you are.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
I mean, look at Holiday. He came up and number one prospect and batted like .002.
Literally 1 for 32.
Yeah.
So
all right. I like that. Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm all for it. I do kind of goes back to last week how Trey was talking about how quick the games are going now. I don't think it's gonna. I'm anxious to see it. I think it's about time because maybe it will get some of these terrible umpires out of here too.
Well, so why not adopt the system we were just talking about? Let the guy make his judgment call, and have people the ability to challenge right away.
Yeah, I think that's what we're saying.
I think instead of just full blown robots,
right?
Even though that would be great.
It's a happy medium.
What are you doing to robots?
Shut up. Full blown.
I didn't even catch it until I thought about it for a second.
It's messed up.
It's awesome.
I don't know where this like narrative came from.
Dude, it's ever since I mentioned that movie, and you're like, dude, there's this scene, and I'm like, whoa.
Everyone knows about it. I've never even seen the movie.
I've never seen the movie. I've never seen the movie, and I have no clue what you're talking about.
No. If only people could see our group chat with some of the things we've sent Trey.
Oh man, dude, Trent, I actually talked about that tonight with my buddy after our baseball game. I was like, dude, if you could see the text messages, and I say, he goes, "Oh, I'm sure." Because he even said, because when he listens, he goes, "There's some times where I got to rewind and go back because I feel like I missed something." And then he's like, "Oh, I get it now." I'm like, "Yep, you should see the text." But all right, well, let's transition here. A couple quick hits with football. Trent, do you want me to start with some touchdown turnover and then you get in your thing?
Go ahead.
Okay. So both of my touchdown turnovers revolve around a team that we really none of us like. But it's going to both revolve around the Steelers. First one being Mike Tomlin, obviously just signed a 3-year extension today or 2 or 3 days ago. Mike Tomlin has never had a season below 500. So my touchdown turnover is Mike Tomlin will have a season under 500 in these next 3 seasons. Touchdown turnover.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
He will have a season under 500, correct?
Yep.
That's a touchdown.
You think you will?
I think he'll have a season under 500.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I actually think it is in the nearest of near futures, meaning this coming year.
Wow.
Yeah. Got his extension. Got his 2 quarterbacks for bargain, really stealing.
Yeah.
The Steelers stole them. Basically for free. But they actually have the second toughest schedule in all of the NFL this upcoming year. So that is troublesome for them. You got to play the Browns twice, who had the number 1 defense, who also the Browns have the number 1 hardest schedule. They've got to play the Ravens twice. And then I think I hope for their sake, you're going to have to play a healthy Joe Burrow and the Bengals twice. And if they can fix their contract issues to some degree, that right there, that's 6 really hard games in their division. And then, the rest of the way. So I think, Tyler, that's a touchdown because I think it could actually happen this coming year. Okay. And don't be fooled by the coaches getting extensions. Okay. Even the owner of the team, Rooney, said the organization and the city is getting tired of mediocrity. Right? That's his quote. They're getting tired of mediocrity. That is a championship winning city. As much as that hurts me to say something like that, but they are. They lead the NFL in all Super Bowls, correct?
Tied.
No.
Tied?
Tom Brady does.
Okay.
Right, but team-wise,
I'm saying, franchise-wise. So they're tied. So it's like, if you keep just going 500 or,
who are they tied with? Patriots.
Okay.
It has to be. But so that's Tyler. I'm with you on that, and it's not even the hottest of takes of saying if they go below 500 that he doesn't see all 3 years of his extension.
It's fair enough. Trey, before you get in your pick, your touchdown turnover.
Don't forget Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher was Mr. 500. He got an extension and got canned that season.
Trent, you did mention Joe Burrow. You said hopefully healthy. I would like to mention that Joe Burrow has been working as a pianist in the offseason. So tickling the ivories. Plus, I just think the word pianist is funny, so I just wanted to say.
I was going to say, why bring that up other than the fact you wanted to?
You totally, even that right there, you didn't even say the word right. You actually said the private part.
I didn't. I said pianist. Pianist.
Pianist.
You have to say it. Yeah, say it fast.
Yeah, pianist. You do, because you want it to sound like the private part.
I do like
Trent, I'm a dad now. I can't make jokes like that.
Hey, I said private parts, not the actual thing.
I know.
Tyler, I'm a big fan that used the term or the phrase "tickling the ivory."
Right? Isn't that a great term?
I love
that. I thought you were going to say a big fan of pianist.
Only in robot form for Trey.
Trey, you literally set it up for me to get you every time.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I do because, man. No.
Only the mechanical kind for Trey, though. God.
Robots. Anyway, I'm going to answer your touchdown turnover question now, Tyler.
Yeah,
and that is I'm gonna go. Wait, hold on. He will have a season.
Will have
under
a
500.
season below. Yes.
I'm gonna go touchdown with that as well. And I agree with Trent to an extent. If it's gonna be any season, it's gonna be this season. If he doesn't finish below 500 this season, I don't know. It might be a turnover. Who knows? But my reason being is I think they could go 1-5 or 2-4 in their division alone. And to finish 500 after that is pretty tough to do if you're going to go 1-5 or 2-4 in your division. So this season for the Steelers kind of reminds me of, ironically enough, or coincidentally enough, not ironically, Russell Wilson's first season with the Broncos. Because their defense is going to be elite, out of this world. It's going to be great. But their offense isn't going to be able to do anything, regardless of how good their defense is. When Russell Wilson played his first year with the Broncos would have been 14-2 if they averaged 18 points a game.
Ooh, good statistic.
Instead, they were like 4-12.
Right.
Like how crazy is that? They literally could not do anything offensively, and they were holding teams to 10, 13 points a game, if that.
Right.
So I think that's going to be the same issue that the Steelers have this year.
So real quick, and I just want yes or no's from you, and then first off, I'll just start. I agree with you guys. I think it's a touchdown. That's a bet I made with people. I would say like the last 4 years that the Steelers will finish below 500 and been damn close. So I agree with both of you guys with touchdown. But real quick, just yes or no answers. Trey, you mentioned their offense. Let's say hypothetically, Brandon Ayuk does not sign with the Niners and does go to the Steelers. Does that change your answer for Mike Tomlin? Trent, yes or no?
No.
Trey, yes or no?
No, and I want to give a reason.
No, you're not allowed to.
Moving on.
All right. We'll talk about that stuff when we'll bring more stuff up with that. All right. So it does kind of transition. I said both my touchdown turnovers deal with the Steelers. My second touchdown turnover is that Justin Fields will start more games at quarterback than Russell Wilson this season. Touchdown turnover. Trey, we'll start with you this time.
Oh, man.
Justin Fields will start more.
Turnover.
Okay.
My reasoning.
You can give reasoning. Yeah, go ahead.
My reasoning is I think Russell Wilson will start the season. I think they're going to give him a couple games in that role. So that's to my benefit of the turnover. Two, when Justin Fields does play, I hate saying this because it's disgusting, but he's a dangerous player. He's a runner. He could get a little banged up, and Russell Wilson would have to play for those games. So between injury risk and the fact that I think Russell Wilson's going to start the season, that's what I'm going turnover.
Okay. Trent?
I'm going touchdown.
You think he starts more?
I do. Reason being, they got a free year out of Russell. So if he sucks and they bench him, it's no issue for them, right? Whereas
both of them, essentially.
Yeah, and let me make my point here. And why not look to see how Fields is going to do, especially if your season's not going the right way? Why not treat it like a dress rehearsal and and get Fields on the field in that offense and see what he's got from under center, And I say under center, literally under center, because he doesn't play a whole lot there. But that's why I think obviously Wilson's going to be the guy to get the go ahead in the beginning. But I think before it's all said and done, if they are looking to be mediocre, meaning 500 or maybe just below 500 in the first 8 games, I'll say, I think the change happens, and I think they ride it out the rest of the way.
Okay.
Trent, I want to interject before you go, Tyler. I'm sorry. Is that okay?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Trent, I agree. They have a free year out of Russell Wilson, a quarterback that's a Super Bowl champ, capable of winning games, has proven himself as successful in the NFL. Why not just let Justin Fields reset? Why not give him a year of, hey, we're going to keep you healthy. You're going to learn the under center offense under Arthur Smith. I think he's their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You've never done it. You didn't do it in Ohio State. I don't know if you did in high school. You didn't do it at Chicago. Just let him learn and digest, and don't put any pressure on him. Don't throw him out there under center and do play action plays, and he's going to get his butt kicked, and he's going to lose confidence. Because that's what happened in Chicago. They could not win games. And I think that hurt his mentality. I think that hurt his performance in the long run. Give him a reset year.
My only issue with that, Trey, is I get it. That would be most beneficial to him. But I think for the organization, it's a win now, right? That team is not looking to rebuild. That team is not looking to let's just get by this year. No, like the ownership said, and Mike Tomlin, in my opinion, I don't think Mike Tomlin's let's just get by. You know, he's been there. He's done that. And I don't think you can waste a year with this defense, because you're not guaranteed a darn thing on a year-to-year basis. Your defense might be elite this year, but who knows? Next year, with contracts the way they are, with health the way that it is, I mean, you see teams that are elite that lose guys to injury and end up getting a top 5 pick in the same year, because that's how things can turn so quick. It's a win now league, Trey. That's my only response to that. I am not a Steelers fan. I'm not saying Justin Fields would benefit from playing more this year. I agree with you, but he's not a rookie anymore. You're in the NFL for a damn reason. If you can't take a snap from under center, then why are you wasting your time with a guy like that in the first place?
Because he's potential.
Okay. That's what the Bears thought too.
So make an investment, dude. What is more important?
He can walk after this year. What are you really investing in? He can walk to wherever somebody wants him.
So I'm going to say that this is going to be a turnover. I think that Russ does start more games. That being said, at quarterback. That being said, I'm going to kind of date myself a little bit, though, and I'm going to say that I feel that the Steelers, and I think that Arthur Smith is going to use Fields in some sort of capacity in certain sets. I think there's going to be packages that he's going to be involved in. And the reason I say I'm going to date myself is I'm going to date myself into saying that, like, back with the Steelers with Neil O'Donnell and Cordell Stewart, where Cordell Stewart really kind of started as this, I don't know.
Quarterback.
But he was a backup quarterback, but they also used him in different roles, running the football, catching passes. Like before he was a quarterback. Samuel. Yeah, but he was a quarterback. And I think that's what you're going to see Arthur Smith try to do is use him in packages. So I do think that Russ, I think he'll start more. That might be 9 games. That might be, what is it now? 17 games, right?
Yeah, so it has to be 9.
So I that might be 9 games. It might be 10 games. I don't know. I'm not going to make a prediction yet, like I did last year, saying that Jared Stidham would take over for Russell Wilson. So toot that shit too, Trey. But
Zach Wilson's going to be a starter.
Thank you, Trey. Appreciate it.
Got it. You got it.
That literally sounds like it's outside of my house.
Dude, that was so loud in my ear.
Sorry. Hey, sorry, guys.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
There you go. Is that a little better?
That's better. Yeah, it's a little better.
Sorry about that.
Whew, thank you. So, yeah, I'm going to say turnover. I think Russ starts more. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
My eyes are watering. That's how loud that was.
Yeah, dude, that was. So,
sorry to our listeners. Didn't realize how close it was.
Still ringing. All right, Trent, let's jump into yours real quick, and then we'll get into some golf here.
All right, so real quick, I saw a graphic from, I think it's for the NFC, so I figured I'd say it's from Pro Football Power Rankings, and it's based on the odds to make the playoffs in the NFC. And I just want like your biggest surprise, or maybe a team that you thought would be in there that's not, just the reaction, maybe. Try to keep it short, sweet, but with the lowest or on this list, because it's the top 8 percentages, Number 8 and 7 are actually a tie. Rams have a 44% chance to make it. Bears have a 44. Then it goes to the Falcons with a 53% chance. Then the Packers with a 54% chance. Cowboys with a 60% chance. Lions with a 62% chance. Eagles with a 63% chance. And then 49ers with a 75% chance to make the playoffs.
So when
Is there any-
Niners, Eagles,
Already,
And then
I'll
who?
rattle it from top to bottom now. Niners, Eagles, Lions, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, and then tied are the Bears and Rams.
And you're asking us who's going to make the playoffs as a surprise?
I guess, are you surprised by any team that's on that list with that high of a percentage to make it? Or
The Bears.
well, no, yeah, that's what I would like to point out is how many NFC North teams are on that list, Trent?
3 touchdown or turnover, Trey.
Whoa.
Wait,
Hey now. Can I tell you who I think should be higher on that list? That's on the list already.
Yeah, it's a good reaction.
Rams.
The Rams. 100%.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that too.
A team that should absolutely be lower. The Eagles.
Mm.
I do
With-
not.
With their offensive coordinator. I think
Ooh,
Dallas.
and-
I think
and
Dallas
their-
should be lower.
Yeah, I could see that, but the Eagles at second.
Can I just
Below the
Eagles-
Niners, the Eagles were a second without
Eagles-
Jason Kelsey to do the tush push. Because you know the tush push is not going to be the tush push this year. Without Jason Kelsey.
I'm not going to call it a. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I just hit my microphone. Sorry, guys.
you want to
Um,
blast an air horn at us?
Yeah, my bad. No, what I was going to say is with Tyler, no Jason Kelsey, who is a locker room leader, the chief of the offensive line. 2, with a fractured, not broken locker room. I think it's fractured. 2, with a crappy offensive coordinator history.
It's the same.
Oh, how are the Eagles number 2 in that list?
Well, for you saying, or asking, how could the Eagles be number 2 at the highest odds at 63% chance to make the playoffs? It's got to be 2 things. One, it's based on their strength of schedule coming up. They have a top, I believe they're in the top 5, might even be top 3 of the easiest schedule to play this year. And then, I mean, even look at it this way, even if you consider that Packers-Eagles game to be a road game for them this year, it's not
It's a
fair
home
because
game.
it's a neutral game. You know what I mean? So they might have one less road game for that reason. But the other thing I think is just based on the personnel and what they looked like the year that they lost the Super Bowl. And they have a lot returning. I know they lost their center, and I totally agree that that's super important. Matter of fact, center is the most valuable position on the line, unlike what Zach Bleiler likes to say. But anyway, but no, I think it's just the reputation and what people saw from that team all of 2 years ago, and then for about like the first half until they played the Niners of the year before. I mean, from that moment forward, they were kind of a broken team, broken locker room. So
we're living in the past. Is what
I do think. I mean, everything right now, Trey, is a projection, right, or a percentage. We don't know. There could be teams out there that come out and just absolutely suck. I mean, you're literally putting a team in the NFC top 18 with highest percent chance with a rookie quarterback. Quarterback in a division versus the Lions and the Packers, and you still expect them to have the good chance to make the playoffs. I think it just speaks to the the whole NFC
to play devil's advocate is Jordan Love. Jordan Love was essentially he's a second-year player. Like he's not like this experienced quarterback. Granted, he had a
give
heck of
coordinators
a first year, but like
give coordinators a whole year's worth of film.
Yeah, and Trent, that's okay. Can I tell you what's holding the Eagles back?
Go ahead.
I've been preaching this. I've been preaching this since last year before. Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's not.
Ooh.
I love his work ethic. I love his mentality. I think he's a winner, and I think he works hard. but he doesn't have the tangibles. He doesn't have the tangibles. He's not an accurate passer. He's not a good passer. I think his window of that with that Super Bowl is over. And I think him fumbling in that Super Bowl, kicking that ball, was a turning point in his career.
Hey,
Unfortunately.
Trey, he
Like
fits
Tony
your
Romo.
Trey. He fits your unique statistic on quarterbacks to make the Super Bowl and lose.
And lose, exactly. Never make it back, Trent.
So
Never
it's-
make it back.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We don't have to go into that again, Trent.
Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy was the other one.
he could. Yeah, he hasn't had a chance yet. Oh, I actually wasn't being a dick, but Todd, that's why you wanted to not go into that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry. Anyway, Tyler,
Trey just gets all giddy.
Oh, actually, no, there's another one. There is another one. Jared Goff.
All right, yeah. But
You said
Tyler,
him already?
any surprises? Yeah.
My surprise in that list is the Bears. I just think you're crowning the Bears with a lot of success with a rookie quarterback. That, I mean, was he good in college? Yeah, he was really good in college. Was he successful? I don't know if you could really call him successful in college. So I think he's a talented quarterback that's not successful. I guess would be the best way to put it. I don't really know how else to say it. I think the fact that you're going to crown the Bears that still have Matt Eberflus as their head coach.
They start speaking a different language there at first.
No,
Not
Eberflus.
Eberflus.
But like the fact that you still have him as your head coach, you have a lot of X factors that have to go right for them to be good. And I think that they're that high already is, I think, a joke. I don't think the Bears make the playoffs this year. So that's just my opinion.
Tyler, one thing that the Bears and Eberflus have in their favor, he's growing out a beard. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Eberflus?
Yep, he's working himself on a nice looking beard. So
we're gonna call him Beardaflus?
we'll have to see. We'll see how he performs. I don't want to associate with him if he's
He's a terrible
not doing too well. Yeah, exactly. And we'll see how his beard looks first before we.
That's fair. Hey, maybe we'll get him on the podcast.
Very, very short leash for him this year, I think.
Although Trent did already ostracise the entire city of Chicago last week.
Seattle, Kansas City, New York.
Just their baseball.
Chicago.
Just their
You name
baseball
it.
teams.
All right. Hey, let's wait real quick before we get into golf. I'd like to say just a few things. RIP Bill Walton. Bill Walton obviously passed away a couple weeks. RIP to Jerry West, passed away today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Today or yesterday, yeah.
Yep. And then I would also like to give a quick shout out to the local AHL team, the Hershey Bears, for making the Calder Cup playoffs.
Oh, good. They won.
Calder Cup championship. They won 3-2 in overtime tonight. So
And
they
guess
are
what?
playing.
Rematch of last year, right?
Yep, they're playing the Firebirds again. So
Yeah.
shout out to the local team, the Hershey Bears, in the Calder Cup championship again.
And Mitch
Going for number
Lamoureux,
13.
Mitch Lamoureux on the radio call.
Heck
The
yeah,
voice
man.
of the Bears, baby.
Dude, he was on Fox there, and I texted Lammy.
Looked good. Looked good in the suit and tie.
Yeah. Heck
Todd,
yeah, man.
before we get into golf, there's one other thing I would quickly want to mention, and that's the Joey Chestnut fiasco that we're dealing with right now.
I thought we were gonna get. I was saving that. I have. Are we throwing all things we're pissed off about? Because I got something.
No,
next.
let's hold on. I mean,
Okay.
Let's go. This
All
is
right.
this is just a spur of the moment vent.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah,
thank
let's
you
go.
for giving the shout outs. Yours weren't vents. Trey, vent, because I hate this. This is a bunch
Yeah.
of crap.
My vent is, I think, can I be honest with you? And I know the Barstool world and realm has already thrown this out there, but I'm completely on board with it. Actually,
It's already happened. It's already happened. I sent
What?
it to you tonight. I already sent you to
the Netflix special.
No, not that. If anything, the Netflix special makes me think the other way. What I was going to say is that this is all fake, and Joey Chestnut will be competing in that hot dog eating contest no matter what. I thought it was a PR stunt to try and get some attention around this contest that usually is pretty famous, but maybe it's losing its luster with Joey Chestnut always winning, and it's not really
it's really
only
not
got
losing.
more.
all right,
It's
but
got
yeah,
more.
to back so he's apparently banned because he's partnered with a vegan hot dog company or whatever.
Which is also stupid, but
Right.
It's not even a breach of contract because he had no contract.
Right. But the thing that makes me the most mad is like Nathan's is taking the stance on vegan food and plant-based meat, blah blah blah, which I agree with, Nathan. I stand by you.
They have
But-
plant-based meats though.
but-
That's what's crazy.
Hold on. Yes, exactly,
That's
Trent.
true.
They
That's
have an
true.
Impossible Burger
Exactly.
that they sell. So what are you so upset about, Mr. Nathan's company?
Yeah, a
Like-
bunch of wieners.
A bunch of hypocrites is what you are. Like if you would have stood true to your word of being against fake meat and vegetable meat or whatever the heck it is, I would be okay with Joey Chestnut being out of this competition. But you're a bunch of hypocrites. You have an Impossible Burger that you advertise and sell. So I think it's a PR stunt. I think he's going to be in this, and I also think it's to promote his match with Kobayashi and whatever on Netflix. And guess what? And guess what? We'll probably be eating Nathan's hot dogs on that competition.
No.
You think
There
so?
you go.
Nope.
Probably.
I think they go Hebrew National.
Yeah. I was gonna
as they
say,
should. As they should.
Jay, shout out to Hebrew National. We'll look for a sponsor. Appreciate that.
The only kosher hot dog in the world, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slide that ween right on our show.
No pig anus in those hot dogs, huh?
Slurp down a ween, perhaps.
That's
That's from it's a Practical Jokers.
Would you like to gobble a kosher glizzy?
This is getting crazy.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Spread the bun, slat on in. No, okay, so we're done.
Whoa.
Geez,
Hot dog
whoa,
bun,
Trent,
guys.
Too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, here's,
dude.
here's the line, dude.
I'm instantly sweating.
Dude,
You guys make
Dude,
me
he's-
nervous.
dude, I can't. And you're a dad. Like I can't believe you said that.
Oh, okay. You guys,
should-
you're
you
double
should-
dad up there. You said slurp it down.
I said slurp down a ween, perhaps.
Tracy's over there saying, "Is there any way to have a robot one?"
I knew you guys were going to bring in robots this, and I was waiting for it, trying to move on to golf.
Nom nom nom. Anyway, my
Wait, hey, hold on, real quick though. We should, what we should do? We should
What?
have our own bearded baker hot dog
Hot
eating
dog eating
contest on
contest.
July 4th. Live stream it on the podcast.
Can't do it.
What?
I'm in. I'm in,
I'll
Tyler.
throw up. I will throw up.
You can't,
Dude,
then you're
wait.
disqualified.
As big of a guy as I am, I literally can't get past 2 hot dogs.
At the same time, you can.
Well, yeah, and Trent, why is your nickname the throat? Why is your nickname the throat?
Now that's worse. That is the worst thing ever.
No, that's okay. That was okay.
X-rated. Heck, we got
Thanks,
cancel.
Trent.
Cancel episode. Episode canceled. Anyway,
Oh god, let's
Um,
get to golf. Quick.
can I actually recommend a different challenge rather than a
can-
contest?
yeah.
Can we do a 4th of July 9 for 9 for 9?
I'd do
Yeah,
that.
that'd be that. Yeah. Whew.
I would try.
I
to
would do that.
for the Orioles game.
We just have to watch the game like together and then do it.
At the the
Dude, that would be too easy
pool.
to be honest with you.
Not you have to finish. Don't you have to finish the hot dog
beer
and
and
the
a
beer
hot
in
dog.
in the inning?
Yeah, it's 6 outs.
That's a lot. Once you get to the 9th inning,
Dude, I was gonna say, I feel like that's like you guys remember Power Hours. We're like,
It'll get
"Oh,
worse
shot of
towards the
beer."
end for sure.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
it's like a Power Hour.
I
where near the end, you do
guarantee- guarantee Trey would throw up first.
So I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
question. I have a
Yes.
question.
Absolutely would.
Could you
I just want to vent real quick, man.
does it have to be 1 hot dog and 1 beer per inning? Or can I do like
No, it
5
has to
hot
be-
dogs in an inning?
Nope. Has to be. It has to be hot. You're definitely gonna throw up.
Well, not if I had time. If I just ate a bunch of hot dogs in the first inning or 2 and then
Oh gosh, this guy. I've seen him
He's all up in
spew.
your mouth.
I've seen him spew like a fountain, a Coors Light into mom and dad's flower bed. Like it's
Alright,
too
that makes-
much beer. The bubbles.
give
hurt
no.
me."
It was a
You gotta
twisted tea.
Give the
It was a twisted
background
tea.
story.
No,
No, it's not
back.
No background.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
My vent, real quick.
All right, go ahead, Vent.
United States women's Olympic basketball team pisses
Ooh,
me
yeah.
off. That pissed me
Okay.
off. I just, what I love is I'm going to come out there before this year. The amount of women's basketball games that I've watched, it was definitely on one hand, right?
Did you hear it?
And
Where's your pop that? Sorry.
WNBA, Trent, because I've watched
well,
college basketball games with guess who in them?
Caitlin
Clark.
But what I'm saying is all of women's basketball games, she has brought a new audience to the game, and the current veterans just can't buy in. Like, I hate to say, but it's like it's all jealousy, and that's a shame. Like, I get it. Like, she does probably make triple, quadruple the amount of money as others, but it's like the only thing that she's bringing is more opportunity for you to make more money, because everything was about not enough exposure for how long, and she's bringing exposure to the game. So I find it terrible. I find it sad that, I mean, I get she might not, she's not even right now, like she's not the best in the league by any means.
No,
She's still a rookie. She's still a rookie.
She's still one of the tops, though.
Yeah, but I'm even saying like the whole limited minutes thing. I was like, that's a cop out. Honestly, I just feel like they're trying to listen to those veteran women's basketball players that are probably complaining about her enough that I don't want to do the Olympics if she's on the team. It's terrible. I understand. Well, it shouldn't be the only reason you watch. I'm sorry, but it would have been the only reason that I watch. Okay, because they dominate everybody anyways. But I'm going to watch to see Caitlin Clark play. Simple as that.
So you want to listen to the veterans? How well has that worked out for your league? Listen to the veterans that have been there for years. And I think it all started back with Diana Taurasi and I forget who she did her last stream.
Sue Bird.
It was a horrible look. It was pathetic.
It was actually
that's when it started.
I felt secondhand embarrassment for those women because
here
you are, like, in quotes, the face of the WNBA for all these years. You have someone that can promote your league to its fullest. Okay, I hate to make this comparison, and it's not anywhere like this, but you have someone that like can elevate your league almost like Michael Jordan did for the NBA back in that day, right? He took them to another level. He really did. Like, as much as I hate to admit it, there's no player like Michael Jordan when he played. And he really excelled the NBA. And you have this woman who literally in college setting records of viewership. Her first couple WNBA games setting records in viewership. Basketball jerseys, including men's and women's, she's number 3 or 4 in jersey sales, which is unbelievable. Nobody in the WNBA has ever been in the top 5 or 10 or whatever it is that they make those stats off of. But the one point I wanted to get at, I don't know if you were done, Tyler. I'll let you finish, but
I was done.
Is that two things can be true at the same time, and I think that's the issue with this Caitlin Clark and WNBA thing right now. Is yes, that rookie class is phenomenal. Cameron Brink, Angel Reese, Camila Cordosa, they're all very, very, very good players. It's probably the best rookie class maybe ever in the NBA history. But what's also true is you have one player that is popularity, talent, and viewership wise, money wise, up head and shoulders above the rest of those people, and that's Caitlin Clark. Both two things can be true at the same time. It's a great rookie class. They're all impacting the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is impacting it the most, hands down. Not a question. Simple as that.
I think Dave Portnoy made a good point in his rant the other day on Barstool. Just about how absurd it is to literally let her off the team. Like, and he made some good points, and they were very probably controversial points because a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. But it makes a point when you have your star player that's not representing your country. Nobody gives a shit. Like, and it sucks. Like, you had an opportunity to run with it. You know what I mean? Like, but for whatever it is, the pride or the, I'm better than this and I'm better. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame she's not getting a shot. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
The most popular men's Olympic team had Christian Laettner, who never played an NBA season on it.
Interesting. Is that the dream team?
Shout out Christian Laettner. Shout out Duke.
And you're telling me no matter what, you can't just put, even if she doesn't plays a minute or two, whatever, in the junk minutes, like she's going to bring viewership.
Yeah, for sure.
And popularity. People are going to buy her Olympic jersey. Little kids are going to want to watch her play on TV in the Olympics. It just blows my mind how they are not embracing her. Like
nobody's gonna tune in.
You have a cash cow.
Yeah.
And you were making her a villain.
Let's do it. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Yep. Let's go into golf. Yeah, you're right. All right. So we got top 10, top 5, winner, and surprise winner. Anybody want to start? Actually, Trey, you want to just give us a quick little spiel about Pinehurst?
Oh, do I ever?
Just a little spiel.
Yeah, Pinehurst it's the golf mecca. I've been there last year, and it's just it's golfer's heaven, to be honest with you. They got 10 courses on site. Championship course is number 2, which they're playing this week. This will be the 4th U.S. Open held there. Fun fact about this course, which is actually mind-blowing. In the 3 U.S. Opens that have been held there, final scores, there have only been 4 people under par total in all 3 majors. In all 3 majors combined, 4 people have been under par. It's a diabolical course. It's a Donald Ross design, and he's known for Donald Ross. He's known for his false fronts, but particularly Pinehurst number 2, it's his greens. You're going to see putts multiple times where people are on the green and they putt off of the green.
So they have happy little trees there. Oh, that's Bob Ross.
That's
Sorry.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
I made the mistake too. I almost said that. He paints a pretty picture.
I knew you were going. That's why I said that.
Yeah. No, but watch the putting. The putting is going to be the big thing this week. There's no rough at Pinehurst number 2.
Ooh.
No rough. All the grass is cut the same length except for the greens. There's just wasteland. There's sand. There's wiry grass and stuff, but it's all native, just wasteland. There's no rough in Pinehurst, which is not common for a U.S. Open. They like that thick rough that people can't hit out of and so. But yeah, the greens this week. That's what to keep an eye on, fellas.
Keep an eye on. Hold on, Trey. What'd you call those greens at one point?
Diabolical.
No. There was specific greens you said last year, I think.
No, you're talking about the wastes, and that was the barrancas.
That was it. The barrancas.
Yeah, they were the dried up riverbeds and the LA Country Club.
Stinky barrancas.
Barrancas. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
No stinky barrancas here.
Nope.
Just a bunch of wiry grass
and diabolical greens.
Ooh. All right.
Trey,
let's get into it. Start with our top 10.
Top 10 finisher. Go ahead, Trey.
Top 10 for me is a young player who's coming on hot. He's playing well. That's Tom Kim plus 600.
Tom Kim. All right.
Trent, go ahead.
Not to be mistaken with Tom Cat.
Correct.
Okay. Anyway, I got Mr. 3D printed clubs himself, Bryson DeChambeau. I think he's playing pretty hot right now. And with that big swing off the tee,
big clubs.
The big swing off the tee that could be beneficial in this case. So.
Sure.
All right. I made this pick purely for Trey. I am going Corey Connors plus 600.
Oh my God!
Oh gosh, there he is.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make it, you owe us both a beer.
No.
Hey, I have a thing.
If he doesn't,
okay, let's make an agreement right now. If any of our surprise winners ever win, we each owe that person a 4-pack.
No,
I feel like that person should buy us a 4-pack because they win
with the
a ton of
money.
Okay, fine, deal, whatever.
I'm not doing that either.
Really shot that one down.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Just because you win a bet, you're not getting a 4-pack.
Surprise winner though?
It's got to be a beer bet.
All right,
it's got to be a beer bet.
All right. So what's next? Top 5.
Top 5.
Hate this bet for me. Don't like the guy, but I think he's going to do pretty well this week, and that's Rory McIlroy plus 240. Top 5.
fresh off of a fake divorce.
You have to call the divorce off. Yeah.
All right. My top 5 is going to be Victor Hovland.
Okay. My top 5, I'm going another guy I pick a lot. Cam Smith, plus 750.
It's good juice there for a top 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Still have that little wispy mustache.
Who, Cam Smith?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got a little blonde mustache,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
Australian guy.
Yeah.
Live guy.
Who isn't a live guy anymore?
Good point.
Hey, if
Money
you ain't living,
talks.
if you ain't living, you're dying.
Damn right. Money talks.
There you go, dude. They should use that as a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's go winners. Winners.
For me, my winner is a guy that I don't know if it was the U.S. Open, may have been the PGA Championship at the Country Club. He's got braces still. Not because of his age. I think he just wanted to get braces. It's Matthew Fitzpatrick, plus 4,500.
That's your winner,
That's my winner.
not your surprise winner.
Nope. Wait till you hear my surprise winner.
All right. Trent, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm not
like.
quite as
Corey
bold.
Connors over there.
I'm not quite as bold, but I'm going with my favorite, Brooks Koepka,
Okay.
plus 2,500.
Is that what it is for Brooks?
Yep.
Wow.
He's due for a major this year.
Yeah, I'm going for a shot in the dark here. This is going to catch some of you guys by surprise. I'm going with Scotty Scheffler.
Oh man, really?
I am, dude. I am. I don't care.
That's
It's terrible odds. I don't care. It's plus 280. But
Okay.
I do think Scheffler is going to win. So
I did already wager on Scheffler as the winner because
There you go. See?
I did it additionally. I always do. right now. How can you not?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Put a little something on that. That's a decent. You can potentially cover your losses on every other bet.
Well, you guys should have taken that DraftKings special then. The big dogs. Schauffele, McIlroy, and Scheffler to win, or the field. And that's still positive odds too. I think it's like plus 180.
It was plus 250. Oh no, it was plus 180. Plus 180. The field was minus 250.
Right.
But all right, let's go surprise winners.
Here we go. Trey?
My guy, best putter in the U.S. Open, plus 11,000.
Whoa.
Denny McCarthy, baby.
Whoa.
Not to be mistaken with Jenny McCarthy.
Or Jesse McCarthy. It's McCartney. Damn. Shit.
Or Joseph McCarthy. McCarthyism.
Or Paul. Oh wait, no, that's McCartney too.
Yep. Shit.
Sorry, we're just full of them. All right, my surprise winner is Tony Finau, plus 6,000.
That's a good one.
Big Tone.
All right. And my surprise winner is, sorry guys, it's right at our odds limit, plus 4,000. I went
This
Justin
guy.
Thomas.
Man.
What?
Ooh, Trey doesn't
Tyler,
like yours.
you clapping erasers outside or something?
Chalk.
Pretty
What that
chalky.
means.
Pretty chalky.
Dude, this is what it is, man.
Our
Kinda
younger
wins
listeners
money.
will have no idea what you're talking about, Trey, with those.
That was good though, wasn't it, Trent? Do you like that?
Yeah, I liked it. That's good.
Tyler's
Respect.
clapping erasers outside.
Yeah.
Betting chalk again.
Trey's clapping robots.
Now here we go.
and that's how we end the episode. Well, see you later, guys.
Oh,
Oh, man. That was good. That was quick too. All right, I'll give you that.
All right. Anything else here?
I got one more thing for you guys.
Oh.
I like
Sorry.
it.
Let's check your rear views, everybody.
Let's have a great weekend, and a happy Father's Day to all
That's
the
right.
dads
Yep.
out there, boys.
Happy
right.
Father's Day. Yep. All right.
Hey,
Have a good
take it easy,
weekend.
fel- Take it easy,
See ya.
fellas.